Now there's a couple ways we can do this. First off, we could go into Shift, press and hold Shift, and then hit the plus minus to go to a different program bank. So if I wanted to, I could go to bank E through H. Those are initialized program banks, so they have no sequences on them, and you can put whatever sounds you want in whatever parts, and then you can save it. So rather than do it that way, I'm going to show you how to get rid of what is already in AO1 or any of the other pre-programmed presets inside the JD-Xi. Temporarily get rid of them. The great thing about presets is you can go ahead and alter, move things around, but you cannot erase them. Okay, if you want to write them, it automatically, the JD-Xi will automatically take you to a user bank. Okay, so don't worry, have fun with this. It's really cool. So we have our pattern sequence. Now let's learn how to clear it out so we can use those sounds and create our own. So once again, press and hold Shift. Now I'm going to press the erase button. Now watch the screen. It asks me, what do you want to erase? And I'll use my plus minus buttons. I can erase digital 1, digital 2, analog, drums, any sysx information, or all. So I'm going to go ahead and choose to erase all. Now I'm going to press the enter button. Now the JD-Xi is going to ask me, are you sure? And I'm going to say yes. And now when we press the play button, nothing's happening. We see that the pattern sequence is working and it's running, but there's nothing there. So now in this example, I'm going to show you the 3 different ways that you can use to come up with your own pattern sequence. So follow along with me. So here's my drums. I'm going to go ahead and press play. Nothing's in there. On the drums, I'm going to go ahead and hit the bass drum so it selects that drum instrument, and I'm going to put it in the 1, 5, 9, and 13. So now I have a 4 on the floor kind of vibe. Now check this out. I'm going to hit this F sharp key, and I'm going to randomly choose notes, choose steps right here on the pattern sequencer. That quickly. I wasn't even paying attention to anything, so that's real fun. Now I'll go ahead and press where the snare drum is on the F, and I'm going to put that on the 5 and the 13. So now as you see, very quickly we have a nice basic drum pattern to work with, and we really didn't do anything. Now let's suppose I accidentally messed up that quickly. I can just have fun with my drums just by choosing them. Whatever instrument. Maybe I'll change up those hi-hat just like this. That quickly. So as you see, very easy to go ahead and record. That's one way. I just have a clear pattern sequence and I just press play. Now if I wanted to change the tempo, I could go ahead and spin this knob, and currently the tempo is at 140. I could adjust it for whatever I want to just by pressing the knob, or I could go in and use the tap tempo button. There we go. We'll put it back at about 140. So now that I have that running, now I'm going to use something called real-time record. And I'm going to switch to digital synth 2. Now real-time record, it records exactly what I play. So if you know how to play keyboards and you want to record specific notes at specific times, you use this. Very easy. Now before I do that, I'm going to spin to the bass, and let's turn this off for a second. Spin to the bass. And look at some of the bass tones in here. So I might go ahead and use this. Maybe I'll go into my peaking filter. So I have him in here. That sounds great. Now let's go ahead and press play. Press real-time record, so it's waiting for me to go ahead and start playing, and it's going to record. And what will happen is as soon as it goes through one time and I'm recording, it'll automatically shut off. Now check this out. Let's do that now. Let's think of a bass line and let's record. 1, 2, 3. Great, that easily I recorded. Now what if I made a mistake? No problem. Just unselect those steps. Very easy, very easy. Now another question you might have is, well, Ed, I might want a metronome. Well, let's learn how to do that now. Let's press the menu button. Now I'm going to press enter. And now I'm going to use my cursor buttons and I'm going to cursor to the right. I can put loop record, so that way the real-time record doesn't turn off automatically. So I'll go ahead and put that to on. And now I'm going to go to the right some more, and I'm going to go ahead and put click mode, and I'm going to use my plus, play only, record only, play and record. So for our example, I'm going to use record only. Now I'll exit, and it system writes it right in there. And let's try it again. So I'm going to play, and I'm going to put real-time record back on, but this time I'm going to hear a click, and then when it loops, it's not going to automatically turn off as it did before. So let's go ahead and press real-time record. There's my metronome. And now let's go ahead and record a basic bass line. And watch, it's going to loop. And now I'll turn it off, and there you can see all the different stuff I've recorded. And if I wanted to, I can adjust it. So that's totally cool. Now let's go ahead and try it again. I'm going to go ahead and unselect all of these. And let's go back into our settings. And I'm going to go ahead, press enter menu, enter into the system. And I'm going to take, I'll leave that click in. That's not a bad thing to have for record only. But I'm going to cursor to the right, and I'm going to take loop record off, and I'll exit again. Now what this means is when I have real-time record on, it's when it loops after I begin recording, it's going to automatically shut off. Okay, so let's do this. So exit. Now in this example, say you don't know how to play keyboards, not a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and use what's called my arpeggio right here. So I have my arpeggio on. Very, very cool. Now, is that the only arpeggio inside the JD-Xi? Absolutely not. So press and hold shift and hit the arpeggio on button. And now look, we can go ahead and see there are a lot of different arpeggios we can use in here. So you guys can have a lot of fun experimenting and figuring out all the different arpeggios. Now for my example, I'm just going to use the arpeggio 1, the basic one right here. So I'll exit. It's on. Here's a taste of it. But I'm just going to press one note, and let's press play. Real-time record, which gives me a metronome, which I might love, and I'm going to come in on the 1, and after it goes one time through, it's going to automatically shut off. So let's pay attention to that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice it automatically shut off, and there's my notes. Now you guys might think, hey, that's kind of boring. So check this out. Let's unselect some of these. Pretty cool. Now let's have even more fun. At Roland, we like to have a lot of fun playing music, and so we want you guys to also have fun. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the cutoff and the resonance, but we're going to make it fun. Okay, so follow me. So elbows up, grab the cutoff and resonance, and spin. And that's all you have to do. So remember, elbows up, grab the cutoff and resonance, and spin the dial. And that's how you can make it look fun.